Welcome to Meet the Team. The Palos Verdes Performing Arts Conservatory is gearing up for their production of Bring It On.
2, 3, up! Who's about to run this one? Hey, you know it's Bring It On. Don't be scared, don't be alarmed. We do what we do, flip, dance, sing a song. B-R-I-N-G, and I'm gonna bring it. Gonna bring it. Gonna bring it. Bring it on. History in the making, children's blood.
Bring It On the musical made its Broadway debut in 2012 and earned Tony nominations for Best Musical and Choreography. This explosive Broadway musical comedy will make its South Bay debut beginning July 10th and will run through July 19th. Bring It On, it sounds exciting. Tell us about the musical.
So it's very, very loosely based on the film that had Kirsten Dunst in it a while ago. Thankfully, the storyline is a little bit more dramatic. There's a lot more plot twists and changes in it that makes it a lot more entertaining, besides the fact of the singing and dancing aspect laid on top of that, and then you lay cheerleading on top of that. So it's a musical theater spectacular, pretty much, just thing after thing. It's just eye candy. There's lights. Again, the music is mind-blowing. I love the music.
That was my next question. What's the music like on the stage version?
Oh my goodness. Best way to describe it, since it is the team from In the Heights, it's In the Heights with that rap twist in it, a lot of pop music. There's a couple of songs in the show actually that are very more so traditional musical theater, but they all blend so well together. There hasn't been a time where I put the CD on and like decided to skip any song. I've just listened to it that's all I've been listening to since December, I'd like to say, is Bring It On. But it's fantastic. I can't encourage anybody enough to take a chance, because I know it sounds like a lot of people want to see Showboat or they want to see Singing in the Rain, but this is something everyone can enjoy. It's very lighthearted. It's hysterically funny. The cast of characters in it, and the different types of people that are in the show are so entertaining to watch.
And that was a good question next to the cast of characters. Talk more about them. Like, what's their experience like and coming into this type of performance?
Wow, so we have a couple of the kids that are seasoned, that have done a lot of stuff at PVPA before, and we had some people that walked in brand new, that had never done a show before, never had a lesson, never sang, nothing in front of people, and they came into the audition and gave it their all. And when you see potential, you just want to take them under your wing and want to mold them. You want to encourage them that they can do this, which is what I love about PVPA. They have this great facility that is not offered, anywhere else. Definitely not. If I was a kid and this was accessible to me, I would be here 24/7. So it's incredible that they give this opportunity to kids, and they have the chance to not only learn how to sing, but how to dance, how to create character, how to develop themselves into a well-rounded performer, which is pretty wonderful at such a young age. Our youngest one is 10 and a half. So to get that experience at that age, and then by the time they're in high school, they could decide if they want to continue this or not, and be so well versed in how to conduct themselves, their work ethic, which would be great for them entering into professional theater.
Sounds like an awesome program. So if you're an audience member or say just a fan of the show, what can you tell them to expect when they come to see this performance?
My goodness, just the best youth talent that you could possibly imagine. You're going to forget you're watching kids. And I think that's one thing that PVPA is very consistent with. You come and watch a conservatory show and you forget that you're watching kids that are under 18 years old, because they're so fantastic and they're so dedicated, and they're here 7 days a week for hours, like 5 to 8 hours a day, just drilling, doing this show, like eat, sleep, breathing the show. So you won't be disappointed. It's, like I said, amazing singing, stellar singing. The choreography is gonna knock your pants off. I mean, not to toot my own horn or Nick's horn by any chance, but we are in a fantastic team together, and we did a lot of things that were like paid homage without completely lifting the show from Broadway. So the choreography is fantastic, and then the cheerleading aspect of it is just something that I think most people don't expect to see, and when they see it on stage, it's like, wow, you know, you might inspire someone to actually start cheerleading and doing musical theater at the same time.
Yeah, I'm a boss, I don't care what the haters say.
How many dudes can say they pick up girls all day?
Love you.
This place made you fall in love with theater. And then you went on to like a Broadway. Tell us about that.
Right after I graduated high school, I auditioned for AMDA, which is a conservatory in Hollywood, a musical theater conservatory, and did 2 semesters there. And then I fell in love. I found out about In the Heights. I had the In the Heights demo from a teacher of mine here, and the same writers from In the Heights Bring It On. And I fell in love with In the Heights because it's all about culture and hip hop and rap and you know, pride and staying true to yourself. And so they had auditions for Bring It On. My third semester, I think, my third semester in college, and I was like, I gotta go, because I love these people, this creative team. So I auditioned, got a call back. They flew me out to New York a week later, final callbacks, booked the show. I went on the first national tour. We were at the St. James Theater in New York for 6 months on Broadway. Performed at the Tony Awards, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, countless news channels. It's literally pulled from a dream.
Okay, so started from the dream, pulled to the dream, and now you're back here. How cool is that?
Oh, it's amazing. To be able to connect these two things, like the show I was in and the theater that I actually discovered theater with, you know, to be able to just bring that together and be on the other side of the table, you know, and see this come back to life again in the place where I'm the most comfortable is just, there's no words that can describe it.
In your own home, so it is special. And what makes it different for you?
I mean, being on the other side, you know, and there's like, you have to deal with props and set designs, clothes, costumes, you know, with wardrobe. You have to take into consideration the budget.
The cast, yeah.
The cast, you know, and like, you know, when you're in a show, you just have to worry about one character, yourself, you know, and molding that character, infusing a little bit of yourself in it, incorporating yourself with it. But on the other side, it's literally like a never-ending list of things that you have to keep in mind, and it's a little hectic. It's a little crazy.
We'll talk about this cast too, and talk about what that experience was like casting this group that you have performed.
Oh my gosh, being in the room and seeing these kids just come in and be so confident in what they love, you know, it was inspiring. It was inspiring. I can't wait to go out and audition again, just because I saw the joy that auditioning brought to these little cats over here, you know.
How do they compare to you, but as opposed for when you were doing this type of thing, and now you're watching them from the other side of the stage here? So the audience is in for a show, right?
Oh my gosh, we were literally gonna blow the roof off the joint, you know. And I just know everybody that comes in to see this show is just gonna leave entertained and inspired, you know. There's gonna be tears flying everywhere.
I know you have more pressing matters than who gets captain. I watch the news. But I can use any extra luck you can toss my way.
I have been in the performing arts since I was very young. Since I was, I think, 2, I started taking dance lessons. Till I was 12 years old, I did ice skating. And I was very involved with that, synchronized ice skating, and that was a lot of fun. But in middle school, I started to be more involved with musicals and plays at school, and I started to develop a passion for musical theater, and it has become most of my life now, so I really like it.
And this is your first performance here, too, with this center.
Yes, it is.
How has it been for you?
It's been very exciting. Everybody here is so passionate about what they do, and everybody's so talented. Like Thomas, he's insanely talented, and I've made such great friends already, and I've just had such a great experience.
And Thomas, too, talk about yours. You have a little deeper experience here with with this conservatory. So talk about it.
Well, a little bit, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I've done 2 shows here besides this one, and I started the performing arts around 1st grade with my elementary school. They kind of did like, not really shows that are to this level. And I've also done one show over at Chadwick School, so that's kind of my experience.
Talk about the level that you're dealing with now, this performance and Bring It On, and the experience that it's been for you.
Well, when I first came to Norris, it kind of hit me that the shows that they do here are really on another level because of the people here, such as Megan, are very, very talented, and they're all committed so much to the performing arts, and they just really understand how things kind of go here.
Tell me about your character.
What you can kind of expect from my character, Randall, is that he's kind of a very deep thinker, and he's very mature in the sense that he kind of knows that high school is kind of, it's not really like a long period of time. It's only 4 years, and so I think, okay, one of the songs that I'm singing is called Enjoy the Trip, and so it kind of just gives the message that, you know, you're only going to be there for 4 years, so you might as well enjoy your time there and not stress about a whole lot. So
Relating to your character and what the audience can expect.
Well, I mean, I've seen the movie. I watched it a couple months before auditions took place, and it is a lot different from the musical. I mean, they made 3 movies out of it, and none of them are similar. Yes, they're cheerleading movies, but the context is not similar to, it's not the same as the musical. The thing I really like about my character is I can really relate to her. She tries her hardest, and in all that she does, and she always brings her A game to the table, and she's always trying to make others happy, and she puts people before her. This is her one shot to bring. She's going into her senior year of high school, and this is her big shot to become the captain of the cheerleading squad. And Truman High School is known for making it to nationals and always winning every single year. And she wants, her personal goal is to get first place at nationals as the captain of the squad her senior year. And stuff happens, and I don't want to ruin it for you. But.
Tell me about your experience and what this musical's been like for you.
It's just been so fun and so amazing because I've never done a production here before, and just the level of professionalism with everything, and I've learned so many new things and met so many good friends too, and I love it.
How about for you?
Well, this is one of my I've done quite a few shows here, and this is just another one of them that's just been such an amazing experience because I'm here with all my friends, and it's like just so much fun because all the professionalism, like Cassidy said, it's just like the level of like professionalism is crazy, and when we get to the theater, it's amazing, and it's just a really amazing experience with Jen, once being her student as well, and it's really fun. So.
And I'll stick with you because you have had experience here. So with this performance, how have you kind of made Bring It On and your character your own?
Well, the last time I did a show here, I was practically being myself on stage, so it's really fun creating a different character on stage and being someone who you aren't. So I've had a really fun time doing that, discovering a different character for me. So, yeah.
How about you? How have you made kind of your character in this show your own?
I just love playing Skylar so much because she's so sassy and she just doesn't let anybody get in her way, and it's really empowering to just be playing her because she doesn't let anything faze her really, and she knows what she wants and she always gets that, so it's really nice.
Talk about your experience so far in Bring It On, and the cast, the crew, the whole thing. Your experience so far.
It's truly a magical experience just to be around all of these people like all day. You really grow a bond for each other. That's like a family. Like it's really a family environment where we all have to listen to each other and we all have to participate in becoming like the better show.
This is my second time working with our director, Jen, and I love working with her because just the way that she works with all of us is just so incredible. She really values making bonds and connections outside of the stage, off the stage, so that when we come on, we can share that same energy and that same chemistry together. And I think that that's really, really important, and it just makes the show so much more fun, and it's really, really incredible.
Being a part of the Bring It On cast and working with these people, it's always a great learning experience. Especially, this is my second time working with Jen too, because I was in the Wiz, and she has such a great work ethic, and she wants us to do our best and try our hardest, but she's also really nice and fun at the same time and wants us to have a good time. But it's all about the work too.
That's awesome. And I'll stick with you too. When I say, tell me about your character. Either how, obviously we all know a movie role, and whether you've seen it or not, but how you relate, how it's different, what makes, your character unique.
Yeah. My character is very awkward, which sometimes I can relate to because we're all kind of awkward sometimes. But she's always super positive, which I try to be. She's always trying to have fun and looks on the brighter side of every situation, which I aspire to do as well, which is always a good thing to do. So yeah, she's awkward, but she's still a lot of fun and really sweet.
And from the movie, have you brought your own self to this character?
I think I try to always bring a little flair to my characters myself, so it's different. So if you see the show, like if you go see Bring It On more than once, there's something different about it every time.
That's great. And how about for you and your character? Like, what do you bring to it, and how do you relate to her?
I think I have a lot in common with my character. We're both a little too quick to judge sometimes. I think we have really hot tempers, and I mean, Danielle's like queen bee of the school, and there's like a certain characteristic of her that people gravitate towards because she's just such a strong person. But I think what's so special about Danielle is that when she meets Campbell at first, she's a little standoffish because Campbell's everything that Danielle is annoyed by. She's whiny, she's pampered, she's spoiled, but there's that special part of Campbell that everybody just kind of likes, and I think that learning, along with Danielle, learning more about Campbell and learning how to love people and to not be so quick to judge sometimes, I think that it's really cool to learn with my character as the show goes on.
That's awesome. I'm throwing the same question out there, but I'll say, what do you bring to your character as far as, I mean, we all know renditions, so the musical wise versus the movie, what do you bring to your character?
I think that Nautica, because she's so, Nautica